This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Ellison versus Johnson. You all have been together a total of 7 years, and you're recently married, is that correct?
Yes, Sean.
Right, Miss Ellison, why have you brought your new husband to court today?
Because I am tired of him cheating on me with these BBW women, really BMW women, body made wrong. He's been lying, and I'm trying to be a good wife, and I'm sick of it.
So how does it feel to know that you have been accused of cheating?
It feels really hurtful, sir. I love my wife, my kids. You know, I'm here to prove my innocence today.
Okay, how long have you all been married?
About 3 months.
So you all should be honeymooning at this point.
Right, ma'am.
Take me to when you first met.
Actually, okay, it happened in July. It was hot. I had a bad day at work. We were in the grocery store. I was frowning, of course. He walked up to me and he said, "Hey, Miss Lady, let me put a smile on your face." And I said,
"Oh, that's a player."
Yeah,
Hey, Miss Lady.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I gotta write that one down.
Hey, man.
Did it put a smile on your face?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, you know, he said take you out to eat, go to the movies or something. About a week later, we did that. After that, we were inseparable. And we used to have, host couples night. We played spades and dominoes. We won.
We were always dominant.
Yeah.
Always. We were always dominant.
Yeah. Always dominant.
Always dominant.
You're a Trump type.
We always stood out.
Yeah, we did, And actually, when we first met, we had been together maybe 2 months, and my mom said, "I think that's the man you're gonna marry."
So you went the old school route and got the mama on your side.
Hey.
He did.
So you know.
He did it.
Oh, yeah. Because he was the only guy, my mother wasn't like this. When she met him, she was like, That was huge. My mother was like, she smiled and she liked him, and even my dad didn't pull out his gun on him, so I knew.
I had it going on.
Okay. Sure, Mr. Cutler, we'll go with that.
Okay.
So, Mr. Johnson, what do you like about her?
I like everything about my wife, sir. She's a good mother to my kids. She's a great wife. She's a friend.
Best friend.
Smart mouth.
But you like that?
I
Yeah,
like
he
that,
likes
though.
it.
Okay.
A little fire.
It's feisty. Things I don't like about her, I just hate
What you don't like?
accused of certain things.
All right, so why do you have a basis to accuse this man who seems to love and adore you?
So, about 2 weeks ago, we were just, chilling, having date night. The kids were gone. He receives this phone call on Messenger, and he jumps up. "You have the wrong number." Nobody had said anything. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, who was that? Oh, they got the wrong number, babe. Okay. I waited till he wasn't paying attention. I went and called the number back. They picked up, and they were mouthing, "It's you," and blowing kisses and stuff like that. And so then she noticed, because I was in a dark lighting. Then she saw it was me, hung up.
You were looking at the person?
Yeah, it was the video chat.
Okay, Your Honor. Well, I said, babe, that's not me. That wasn't for me. That was for my brother.
Like I said, everybody's lying.
Which Your Honor, the lady even said that it was for my brother. Out of her
That
own
was a
mouth.
cover-up from both of them.
Okay, cover up. Facts.
So,
Is this the only time your brother had a video chat on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, it's the only time?
All right, is that your
yes.
understanding that that's the only time this
No,
occurred?
I have call logs, and I brought those for the court today.
Okay. Ron, would you please get those?
Thank you, ma'am.
And Miss Ellison, could you please step to the monitor and describe what we're looking at, please?
Okay, as you can see, on March 3rd at 9:55 p.m., there was a call, the contact called. They stayed on the phone for 29 seconds. After that, it was 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Then Trent called them for 53 seconds. Then he called them, they didn't answer, it was a missed call at 11:17 p.m. Okay, then he missed the video chat at 1:18. And then they called right back at 1:19. Then he called them back, and they were on there for 47 seconds. As you can see, they're kind of trying to keep it short.
Very.
Yeah, very short. Then he called them twice, back to back at the same time.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, why are you calling this person back and forth and having these short chats?
She's sitting in the room with me, goes outside, comes back with a video chat in her hand saying, "Why are you video chatting this girl?" I said, you just left me, baby. You know what I'm saying? How can I be video chatting this girl? You know what I'm saying? When me and you having a conversation, you know what I'm saying, the whole night, the whole time.
All right. So is your testimony that that's not you?
That's right.
Who's doing the video chat?
That's right.
And responding?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Ellison, what else did you do to investigate?
Well, as you can see, I called her back. She said this, your husband calls me all the time. Your husband called me that night.
That's inaccurate, Your Honor.
Why would she lie and say your husband?
That's inaccurate,
Okay,
Your Honor.
wait. What did you say to him after you had this conversation?
What is this? What's going on? Oh, that was my brother. Oh, this and that. Why would she lie on you?
Okay.
Okay, you can
I
step back
speak?
to your podium. Thank you. All right, Mr. Johnson, did you ever call her?
No, I did not.
You've never had contact with her?
I never had contact with her, you know what I'm saying, Your Honor.
Look at the monitor. Your husband calls me all the time.
Yes, Your Honor.
He called that night. So she's referencing the particular night
Okay.
where your wife answered the phone.
Exactly.
Okay.
So she's referencing that particular night and is saying, your husband called me that night and he calls me all the time.
I never called nobody.
So
I never called
did you know who
somebody
this
called
woman
me.
was?
Oh, come to find out, that's why she hung up. It was our former neighbor. We had just moved. Me and him, we had a fight that night. You know, he left, he didn't come back. So I was worried. Me and my friend, we went looking for him, riding around.
So that night, after this call, you all have a big fight.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves. Mm-hmm. He's gone all night. Mm-hmm. And this is the next day you're looking for him?
Yeah.
And your friend sees him, and then what happens?
Then I pull up on him, you know, and he took off running. He had a box of chicken.
Okay, Your
He had
Honor.
a box of chicken and threw it down. Like, why would you spend your money and just throw your food down if you ain't doing nothing guilty? And, you know, so I went around to the other street and I, kind of, blocked him in. And I'm like, what's up? He's like,
Wait. You did a Starsky and Hutch?
yes.
Okay. All right.
He know I'm not. I'm like, where you been? I ain't been with no woman. I have not said that. I asked you, where have you been? That was the first thing he said. So, I mean, you just told on yourself. It's like a 3-year-old saying, I didn't eat the ice cream with a mouth full of ice cream,
All right. Go.
Okay, Your Honor. As I'm walking home, I see her. And the car revs up. So, yes, I proceed to take off running. You know what I'm saying? I hopped the fence. You know what I'm saying? Which I dropped my box of chicken. You know what I'm saying? She said, you been cheating on me?
I did not say that.
I said, no, I said, babe, I love you. I haven't been cheating on you, babe,
So where were you that night?
Right.
I was going with some friends, just out, partying,
What's her name?
Male friends or female friends?
I'm male,
No females involved?
Well, my friends have female friends, but I wasn't with a female.
You're the
I was
only one
gone.
without a
Okay,
female.
so there were females there,
Yes, they were.
but there was no female associated with you.
That's right.
That's what you're telling us.
That's right, Your Honor.
Yeah, we supposed to believe that?
Okay, why didn't you tell her I'm out?
Me and her just had a dispute, and I was really kind of mad about it, so I just left.
You call back and say, okay, I'm cooling out with my fellas. You don't let her stay up all night worrying. That wasn't very considerate.
Well, yes.
They just had an argument.
We just had an argument.
I'm not wrapped too tight.
When you get an argument, people leave, you cool off. You don't call someone and say, hey, I'm cooling off. You just cool off. That's not realistic.
That's all.
Mr. Cutler,
Right.
let me just be very clear.
Be clear and realistic.
If you and I have a cooling off period and you stay out all night and you don't call me, it's gonna be real problems.
Well, okay, first of all, don't do anything to make me leave. So that's the first thing. Secondly, if I'm cooling off, the last thing I want to do is engage you because I might say something that I don't want to say.
I
get
understand.
that.
I think you're right. But you better come back with a box of chicken.
All right. Yeah, I'll come back with a box of chicken.
tried.
All right. Yeah. If you find out he's cheating and you're done,
If he is cheating on me, today's the end. I'm tired of it. I'm just sick and tired.
Well, hold on for 1 second. Your Honor, I love my wife, and I'm not cheating on her, Your Honor. Certain things that I do, you know what I'm saying, is because of certain things that she do. Whatever I say is wrong, That's why I'm really hurt, you know what I'm saying? We have a family, we've been together 7 years, have 2 kids, I just want to make everything right.
all right. Well, you think there's something going on. He's using his phone to cheat.
Yes.
We brought in cybersecurity expert Mr. Gregory Evans to do a full forensic examination of Mr. Johnson's phone. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
Good. Now, you've done a full forensic investigation of Mr. Johnson's phone, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
All right. What did you uncover?
Well, the first thing I uncovered was I went through his phone. It was looking kind of clean, but then I noticed he had a Dropbox on there. All right. And in his Dropbox, the only thing that was in there was a video. All right. This is that video.
So when was this video put in there?
That was approximately 8 weeks ago at 1:51 a.m.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
So who's
This
this?
video shows a woman who appears to be twerking.
Yeah.
The very close-up video
Good.
of her derriere.
Look like
I mean, real close.
Real
is it?
close-up picture of her derriere.
Could you identify who that woman was?
No, I could not. No, I could not.
All right. Mr. Johnson?
I can explain that.
All right. Let's hear it.
Mr.
That's my
Johnson,
wife.
what do you
Around the
say?
same time as the call log.
That's my
Huh.
wife, Your Honor. You know, she sent that to me.
No.
Did you send a twerking video
Yes.
to
No.
your husband?
Yes, she did.
I mean, I'm not mad at you
No.
if you
Yes, she
did.
did.
I mean, I have,
Yes,
but that wasn't me.
Yes,
that
she-
wasn't me.
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
No.
Okay, so you have sent twerking videos to your husband
I
before,
try to keep it
That's her, no.
Yes, but
That's
that
her
wasn't
definite.
me.
but you're telling the court that that's not you in the video.
Yes, it is.
That's around the same time
Definitely.
as the call logs.
It's
Like, I
definitely-
mean,
it's definitely her.
Okay, here's the thing. I know my own twerking,
That's right.
okay.
and I know my own behind.
That's right, y'all.
If your wife is saying it's not hers, I gotta believe it's not hers.
That's
You know
her.
my own derriere too.
That's her.
So, Mr. Evans, did you find anything else?
Oh, yes, I did. I brought in these 4 photos here.
All righty. This is a photo of a woman nude from the waist up. And this is definitely not your wife. This is a photo of a woman in the bathroom, nude, a side back pose. And then we have 2 pictures of a woman's privates.
Very, very close up.
Very
All in
close
phone?
up. Very close up. Can you explain?
How do you? That was your brother too.
And when were these recovered?
They range from April to June
That they were received.
on to the
Around
phone.
the time
Yeah.
of those calls.
All right. So, Mr. Johnson, do you know these women?
These.
Yes, I do.
Okay. How do you know?
How many different women are there?
It's only one.
It's one woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is my wife.
That is not.
Which is my wife.
Okay.
Would you hand these to Miss
Picture-
Allison?
May I see, Your Honor?
Is that you in
No,
those photos?
it's not.
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
No.
Thank you. I paid for these nails.
Not mine. Not on my hand.
No.
All right. Mr. Johnson, who is the woman in those photographs?
It's my wife.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, this is your opportunity. And let me just tell you this. It is better for you to tell your story than one of our experts.
That's right.
So I'm gonna say to you and ask you one more time, do you have something you need to tell your bride? And literally your bride, because y'all ain't been married but a few months.
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
The good news is we've ordered a polygraph examination for Mr. Johnson. Ron, would you please escort into the courtroom Mr. Kendall Shull of Kendall Investigations?
You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Johnson.
I did.
Mr. Shull, you asked Mr. Johnson from 2016 up until now, did you have sexual intercourse with your former neighbor? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was deceptive.
Mr. Johnson, the truth is gonna set you free one way or the other.
Ms. Ellison, you got your hand on your hip.
I'm trying to keep him from going anywhere else.
Mr. Johnson indicates you're being deceptive with that response. Mr. Johnson, what do you want to say to your wife?
I want to tell my wife I love her.
That can't be love.
I just want to work things out with my family.
How can you work things out and you aren't being truthful? You are being deceptive.
I'm being truthful.
How can you stand there and say you haven't done anything?
Well, Your Honor, you know, like I say, I did see someone else, sir. Did, you know, mingle with other people or, you know, talk to someone else, sir, you know.
All right, you use the word see somebody else, mingle, talk to someone. What about the sexual intercourse?
Well, yes, sir, you know what I'm saying, I did have sexual intercourse with someone.
Okay, so you saw, you mingled, you talked, and you had sexual intercourse with someone.
Yes, sir.
I'm betrayed.
I just want to tell my wife that, you know, I love you, and I apologize for those things, and they won't happen again.
I know.
Miss Ellison, you should feel you're in a relationship that is trustworthy, where you feel secure, where your heart is secure. And I don't know if this is that place, but I can say to you that if you want to work it out, we have resources to help you do that. If you don't want to work it out, we have resources to help you co-parent effectively together. Don't deny yourself an opportunity to have a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned. This is the case of Holden versus Tippins. You all have been married 9 years, but together 12. You have 2 children together.
2, yes, Your Honor.
Why have you opened this case against your husband?
We're here today because he's been showing some of the same signs from him cheating in the past.
Okay.
And it's like going out, staying out all night, and coming in line and talking about where he's going and where he's at, and just a whole bunch of funny acting stuff that he was showing in the past, from cheating in the past. You know.
So you have experienced cheating with Mr. Tippins before.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And so you know the signs.
Yes, I do.
And so this time around, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
We're not finna do this no more.
So you're done.
But she need to put the past in the past and like
Ain't no
sometime
past in
move
the
on.
past
And
because you showing the same signs from the past.
Mr. Tippins.
Yes, sir.
Why are you here? What do you want to prove
I'm here
today?
to prove my innocence and let my wife know that I love her and like things that
love
we
you
done
too.
in the past. Like it's in the past. It's like no
But
need
if
to
you
keep.
love me, it
Hold
wasn't
on,
saying I
Miss
love
Holden,
you.
hold on.
Hold on, we want to
Ma'am,
hear
I
why
could even
it's-
be at home all day long. It's like she's still accusing me of cheating. I cook, I clean, I wash the dishes, I do
All
everything.
right, I'm like a man
And
in
sometimes
the
it's
house.
like this lady. Sometimes she'll drive you crazy to avoid situations to keep arguing and going back and forth with her. It's ways to avoid situations.
So
I just
staying
leave
out all
out.
night is a way.
I have to go out and get a drink.
Staying
You know, you
up
see what I'm
for
doing?
6,
Miss
7
Holden,
hours
Miss
all
Holden.
night long?
Let me hear from him.
What kind of drink he get?
Miss Holden, let me hear from him.
Sometimes you have to just stay away from the house, man. It's
No.
like
Mr.
things you can
Tippins,
put up
what
with.
kinds of things is she doing to try to catch you?
She goes through my phone. Sometimes
let me
follows
tell you
me,
about that.
stalks
Miss Holden.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
If
Miss
I'm at
Holden,
work-
hold on, Mr. Tippins.
Yes, sir.
Miss Holden, you got a lot to talk about, and we are going to hear from you, I promise. But let me hear his side of the story. We heard your side of the story. Let me hear his
Mama,
side of
let
the
me tell
story.
you this.
That's
No,
one of
no,
the
no,
problems we
no,
have.
no.
You see?
No.
That's one of the things we have right there.
He
Miss-
a victim in everything.
Miss Holden. Miss Holden. Now,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Tippins.
Yes, Your Honor.
What kinds of things does she do to try to catch you cheating?
She goes to my phone, Your Honor, calling my job and just,
How does that make you feel?
it just makes me, it's embarrassing sometimes, you know? It's really embarrassing.
Wait a minute, Mr. Tippins.
Yeah.
Is it true that you cheated in the past?
Yes, I have cheated in the past, but I got led to reasons.
But she feels like when you're not around, she's got to wonder about what you're doing. So you got to give her some grace about that.
Well, let's figure, Miss Holden, what happened in the past?
Right after I had my baby, it's this lady that he's been messing with, before me. Okay, right after I had my baby, he got out the car with me, and on his phone, she calls his phone. And I pick up the phone, hello? It's a woman voice, hello? But she hung up when she heard my
But
voice.
she's not telling
and so
you
Hold on,
he
Miss-
got back to the car. He got back to the car, say, Jamel, a girl just called your phone. He said, what you doing with my phone? A girl just called your phone. He fight me over the phone. I'm talking about all over me, trying to fight me over the phone.
And you think, okay, why you acting like that? If it's just a friend or whatever, why you acting crazy?
First of all, ain't no friend supposed to be calling his phone. I'm your only friend.
He can't have,
Okay, so-
wait, he can't have
I
any
can't
female,
even
we can
have
talk.
friends. I
Miss
can't do
Holden,
nothing.
he
You
can't
see?
have female friends?
No,
She's
what
very
kind of
controlling.
no?
Very
He don't
controlling.
want me to have female friends.
Miss Holden, have you ever caught him with a woman?
Okay, the fast food place where he used to work at. I pulled up one day, some light-skinned girl and her baby sitting in the car. When he got out and went into the fast food place, that's when I went in there and I confronted him then. So who you in the car with?
I took
Who
off
is
running.
this?
I just left, you know.
Who is this you in the car with? He had no explanation. What you doing in his car? Once again, it's his boss wife. He handling some business for his boss wife. I mean, why you gotta do it? Why you in the car?
So you've had these issues of cheating in the past, but you took him back. Tell me why you take him back.
Because I love him, Your Honor. That's I'm saying that's my husband.
Because
I'm
she was
blame it on
doing
that.
things
That's
also
my
at the time
husband, and I love him, and he's a good provider, and like we're there for each other.
You love him.
I love him.
And you keep taking him back.
And I keep taking him back. But this time, it ain't no love. For love don't live here no more. If this come out to be what I think it is, it ain't no love.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're at the point now where love ain't gonna cover it no more.
It is not. I'm
you
tired.
done if
I'm
you
so
find out
tired.
he's cheating.
If I find out he's cheating, baby, he gonna have to sign them papers.
Why do you think we're at that point now? What's going on now that makes you think he's cheating?
Because he's showing some of the same signs. Like I said once before, he's showing some of the same signs. This last little girlfriend that he was messing with. One day I'm looking through his phone. You know, on Facebook you hit the search thing. First thing I see is her face. We freshly back together. First thing as I see is her face, his ex-girlfriend.
Okay, you submitted this information to the court, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's take a look.
See that? Go to the top of the page where the little magnify glass at.
Right.
And you'll hit, you'll just push that, and then you'll type in a person's name that you're looking for, and it'll pull up their whole page.
So when you went and looked at his page,
I didn't even
the
type the
last
name
thing
in.
he searched
Was her.
and it came up.
Her face, she come up just cheesing, just smiling.
His
And then her.
ex-girlfriend.
That's his ex-girlfriend.
And this is a woman he cheated with while he's been married to you.
Yes.
Mr. Tippins, why are you searching
I was just
for your
looking.
ex?
So I was just looking. I mean, which I was probably wrong doing that, but I mean, I
But
wasn't
why were you
doing
looking for
anything.
her?
I was just searching through the Facebook page and it popped up. So
No,
I was
she
just like,
can't
I was
pop
just
up
trying to
if
see
it's
what's
on
going
a
on.
search thing. You got
It
to
just
search
popped
for her.
up. It
You
just
got to
popped
type
up
her
on my
name in
page.
there
Help
for
me
her
out with
name to
this.
come up.
Okay, Cutler.
Since you all got back together, have you had sexual contact with his ex-girlfriend?
No, sir, I have not.
You have not.
I have not.
Only thing you did was look on Facebook,
That's
but that
right.
was it. That's
I
what you're
haven't had
saying.
no communication with her. I know her phone number still. I haven't tried to call and get in contact with her because I'm trying to put the past in the past
Oh,
and
hold
move
on.
with my wife and my family. And I
Okay.
know if this going on, we done been through this. If I'm so serious about it, I didn't want to do nothing that I would want my wife to do to me.
Miss Holden, I can see that by the look on your face, this is not the only reason you think he's cheating.
It's not.
Okay, tell me.
This is not the only reason. Okay, first of all, the same stuff that he used to do, because he was cheating. Okay, when we separated, he was cheating on his girlfriend with me. Tell her, baby, I'm finna go to the corner store, something like that. Okay, and then he'll come to my house around 12 o'clock, and he won't leave until like 5 in the morning. So,
And
but
now he's doing that.
He doing that to me. He tell me he
When
finna
I'm
go to the
doing
corner
this
store.
now, she's causing
Your
problems
Honor.
to her.
Mr. Tippins, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody quiet.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised you haven't grabbed that gavel, Mr. Cutler.
We are trying to find out what is going on here. We cannot do that if you all are talking not only over you all, but you're talking over us too.
Sorry. Yes.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to just dismiss your case and throw it out
And here's
because
the
we
thing.
can't get the information.
The way y'all are dealing with us is how you deal with each
I
other.
ain't even got to that part yet.
And that is why y'all here, because y'all don't even listen to each other. Y'all
Not
don't
a
listen
word.
to us.
Not
y'all
a
don't
word
listen to each other.
anybody's saying.
So, finish telling me about
Okay.
this issue.
So he would tell a girlfriend that he's going to get something to eat, and he would come to my house.
Okay.
And he's starting to do something like the same things with me. Like for instance,
Tell me about that.
okay, like for instance, the other night he say he going to the corner store. The corner store, can I show you?
Sure.
Okay.
You brought an exhibit.
Step to the monitor,
plasma.
please.
Okay. Your Honor, this here is our house.
Okay.
He say he going to the corner store. If he walking, it's 8 minutes to the corner store. It's just right there. But he driving, so we're gonna make that 2 minutes. Why it take you 6 hours, for 4 to 6 hours to go to the corner store?
6 hours
6 hours to go to the corner
to
store.
go from your home to
from my house to the corner
an
store.
8-minute walk.
He
is
driving.
taking 6 hours by
She getting on
car.
my
Yes,
nerve. I gotta do
he's
something.
driving.
I
And
gotta
then
do
know you
something.
can come back
you know?
with what he say he supposed to got at the store.
So
know?
you are absolutely sure in your mind that he was out with another woman cheating. Because that's exactly what he did when he was cheating with you.
It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
But she's not letting you know. She's not letting you know.
Mr. Tippins.
Yes, sir.
Did you go for a 6-hour beer?
I ain't go for no 6-hour beer. I'm dealing with her fussing and fighting, arguing all the time. So when I leave to get a beer, the reason why I'm out, I'm getting a peace of mind.
But Mr. Tippins, here's the problem, though. When you leave to say, I'm going to the store to pick up items A, B, C, and D, and then you come back 6 hours later and you don't even have the items you were going to the store for, that's creating suspicion, especially given the fact that you've cheated in the past. You see how that plays out?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we hear it all the time, love, in this courtroom. I didn't tell him X because I didn't want Y to happen.
Yeah.
And then you end up with Z happening.
Which is worse.
Which is worse. Because she may not like that you're going away for 2 hours, but at least you've been truthful about it.
Yeah.
When you lie and say, I'm going to the corner store and she knows it's 3 minutes away, she's like...
Can I say something, Your Honor? I can go to the store and come right back, and it'll still be a problem.
He never does.
It's always a problem.
It's never a comeback.
It is nothing worse than a man who just disappears.
Miss Holden, do you have any other reason to believe that he's cheating?
Okay, another disappearing act. Okay, this is a couple of nights back. Okay, we were out at his friend's house and they was shooting dice, playing or whatever. And so he dropped me. It was me, my daughter, and his other friend. It's like 12:30 at night. He drops us off at home, and he supposed to go drop his friend off and come back to the house because he wasn't shooting no dice. It wasn't looking good on the dice game that night. So I know how long it take for him to go drop his friend off and come back. It don't take about 15, 20 minutes. So an hour or two passed, I'm calling his phone. I don't want to talk. That's the first thing he have on his voicemail. His phone going straight to voicemail the whole time. If you're not doing nothing, why you not answering your phone? Now, you know my daughter got to go to school, and we wake up at 6 o'clock to get her ready. By 6:30, we out the door. You still ain't home. You left
6 a.m.?
But Your Honor, he still ain't home. He still ain't home.
True enough, I stayed out late that night. I was out having drinks and I was shooting dice, nothing more, nothing that. But second of all, the reason why I didn't answer my phone while she was calling, because I'm shooting dice. I'm winning. Have you ever gambled before? And she's calling me on my phone. I can't concentrate.
I like a good game of dice like everybody else, Mr. Tippins. But till 7 a.m.?
At the time, the reason why I stayed out to 7 a.m., this how I had felt. I called and I was on my way home. She's just blah, blah, just going off. So I'm like, you know what? When I go home, I know it's gonna go on. First of all, let me speak.
You had been gone since that night.
Can I speak, please? First of all, I was like, well, if I'm gonna go home to this, why not have fun? So I stayed on out. I knew I was already in the doghouse, so I said I might as well stay out and enjoy myself, All
right.
And that's the reason why I stayed out.
All right, I think we have heard enough. I know I have heard enough. Have you heard enough, love?
My head is spinning.
All right, so let's review. You suspect your husband is cheating because he's cheated in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
You recently found your husband searching for a woman he cheated on you with in the past. You see him going out and he's disappearing, staying out all night, telling you, I'll be right back, and he doesn't come back. And moreover, this is a pattern that you've experienced when he was cheating with you.
She's seen it before.
On his girlfriend. So all of this together means, in your mind's eye, he's cheating.
Yes,
if you find out that he is still cheating, you are done.
He out of there. I'm not gonna keep putting myself and my kids through this. He's gone.
He's gone.
So this court has done a complete and full investigation to find out, is he cheating?
At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams. Ron, please escort Mr. Williams into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Michael Williams. How are you, sir?
Good day, Mr. Williams. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Tippins, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you're here to share the results.
Yes, sir.
For the record, would you tell us about your credentials?
I have been a polygraph examiner for the last 25 years. I'm a retired federal agent.
All right. Are you nervous, Mr. Tippins?
No.
He looked.
You want to get this done?
I want to say something. Can I say something?
No, we're getting ready to do the polygraph. Okay. Mr. Tippins was asked, the night you dropped your family home and went back to your friend's house to play dice, Did you have sexual intercourse with any women? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector prove?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Oh. Ooh, look at her. She's grabbing her chest. She's doing this.
I think that's
Big
the first smile I've
I
seen.
know.
That's the first
Look, it-
smile I've seen during this proceeding.
All right. And Mr. Tippins standing there cool and calm. Let's see what else.
Mr. Tippins was asked, since rekindling your relationship with your wife in 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman other than your wife? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, his response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Well, on this question, there were no significant physiological responses, which indicated to me Mr. Tippin was being truthful.
There's that smile again.
There's
There's that smile again.
All right, Mr. Tippin, whatever you got to say it to her.
What I gotta say is, we've been married 10 years, you know. I'm about to cry, I'm not ashamed of it. All I would like you to do for these 10 years, though, is just carry my last name. I'm showing that I've been honest and have not been doing anything, and I just would like you to carry my last name. Let's move forward and raise our kids and be adults instead of being childish.
You got that.
Ms. Holden, what do you have to say to Mr. Tippins?
Baby, I love you. And I'm very relieved, I'm very happy that you're not cheating. But you need to stop all this whole staying out at night. You know, and what I don't understand is, Jamel, that you know how I'm gonna act when you do that. So why even do that? Why even go through it?
All right,
know?
now, you all have got to learn how to communicate. You all are always talking and never hear what the other person says. That is not effective communication, and it is killing your relationship.
Yes, it is.
To the point where you got to run out and like, I don't want to be bothered with this. And because he's running out, you're steadily chasing after him because he's running out. You can't have a successful relationship like that. It doesn't work. That is the biggest step you all need to accomplish.
We have counseling. He's going to talk to you about your communication skill sets so that you can be quiet and you can listen. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of a chance to have a happy, where you're listening to each other relationship. Court is adjourned.